Today on the channel, new ground is broken with the 1/6 scale Mondo Masters of the Universe Hordak.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Masters of the Universe unboxing and review. And today, something extra special on the channel. 1/6 scale, 1/6, usually we're a 1/12 channel for the most part. 1/6 scale, Mondo, Masters of the Universe, Hordak. Now, Hordak, an all-timer for me, loves me some Hordak, of course. And I've never jumped into the 1/6 scale Masters of the Universe Mondo figures. They've been around a while. They've had He-Man, Skeletor, Merman, Faker, Hordak. The list goes on. I hope it doesn't get me a little bit too itchy to go get some of the other ones. We'll see what this review ends up bringing. But, of course, we're going to do this review like all the other reviews on the channel. Take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I did pick this up at a local antique shop. If you watch along on my Fig Hunt, you saw me find this. They had a big sale on Memorial Day weekend. 15% off everything in the store. Ooh, I saw this, and it was already a great deal at the antique store. Extra 15% off. I looked online. I gotta get a deal? You guys know how it goes. And it was actually cheaper than anywhere online. So I said, you know what? I'm pulling the trigger. It'd be cool to have just a Hordak like this. Who knows? Maybe I'll get Skeletor. I don't know. I don't want to commit to that. These are fairly expensive, over $200 a piece on these figures. So not for the everyday collector. Definitely not for kids. You don't want to buy this for a 7, 8-year-old. Who knows where that would end up going. But a very, very cool packaging so far. We're going to dig in like we usually do. And here's a nice little slip cover that came with this. Little Snake Mountain action. How vibrant is that purple and the eyes on there? Really, really cool artwork. Wraps all around just like Snake Mountain would. You got both sides going on. And then you get the back with the beautiful snake head going down there. So very, very cool slip cover for this. This is one of those ones you want to save all the packaging for. You don't want to see you later too hard, as we might say here on the channel. And then you take that slip cover off. Then you're left with this beautiful box going on right here. Look at that. There's Hordak leading the way. Very demonic looking on Hordak right there. On the side, 1/6 scale collectible. Same thing on the other side. And then you get a more traditional artwork version of Hordak. Looking pretty awesome. Looking pretty stellar here. So let's dig in. Let's get him out of the package. Like I said, you got to be as careful as you can be with the packaging on things like this. Well, I guess you don't have to. It's choose your own adventure. You can do what you want. It's your toy. You're picking it up. But you guys know me. I'm going to go fairly easy on this bad boy here. Holy cow, we're knocking stuff around. I'm looking here. It looks like there's like a window box. Oh yeah, is there a box inside of a box? Is there a box inside of a box inside of a box? It looks to be that way. I just can't, I'm not sure how to open. Oh my gosh, I'm new. I'm brand new. I'm putting this back in. Putting it back in, rewind that. Let's check this all over again. I'm brand new here. I just realized a feature. Like I always say on the channel, I like first impressions. I like to figure it out on the fly, but you pull that out right here, but it's got that cool gimmick here where it's a magnet type box, and that slides right out like so, and bam, there's a little protector cover right there, but there's Hordak in the box, and then you get a little sideways there, and you get a little blurb. Let's see what it says about Hordak here. Let's see what it says. The leader of the evil horde and former master of Skeletor, Hordak is one of the Eternia's most infamous adversaries. Betrayed by his former pupil, Skeletor, Hordak was locked away in a different dimension, only to soon escape and plot his revenge on Skeletor and all of Eternia. Returning with the evil horde, Hordak vowed to destroy Skeletor, take down He-Man, and Castle Grayskull in the process. Hordak, the leader of the evil horde. So very, very cool. Very cool packaging on this one all around. Little plastic prison right there. You can kind of see through a little bit, but I'm going to slide him out like we did a little bit earlier. Pull Hordak out. And I'm going to put this off to the side. Very gentle. See you later, as you guys know. We got some pieces out of here. Got some pieces out of here. Holy cow, there's a lot going on. There's a little protective front plastic piece. It's all about protection on these kind of deals here, for sure. Then you get a little double, triple plastic pieces, whatever you want. There's his beautiful accessories. locked in the plastic prison. And then we got Hordak himself, a heavy, losing things. A heavy one is, I lose everything out of there. All right, well, let me get this all out together, get me it all unwrapped and uncorked and all that fun stuff, and we'll be back talking Mondo Hordak. All right, we got Hordak out of the package, and before we dig into it, and of course, we'll start with the accessories as we usually do. Gotta say, pretty nice piece right here. Intricately packed, a lot of different plastic, a lot of different protective ways to protect this figure. This isn't an Origins figure you can just pick up at Walmart or Target on the fairly cheap end of things. This is a high-end collectible toys, I guess the words I'm looking for. But so far I like what I see here. But like I said, let's start in with some of these accessories first. And we might as well start with hands. Everybody loves hands. And Hordak comes with 2 fists. He's ready to throw down at a moment's notice. He's got 2 fists on him right there. We do get 2 open hands. Kind of almost Darth Vader choking hands is what this kind of looks like. But you get a left and right matching one. Black gloved hands. You do got that nice silver pattern on his palms there on the top of his hands. That looks good. So he looks good with those. So we got that. Then we get 2 gripping hands here. Holding hands. He can hold whatever he needs to be holding here with these hands. Same kind of detail on these. And then you get an extra set of hands. These look to be trigger fingers, which would be for his crossbow. But we get the same idea here. But 3 sets of hands plus fisted hands on him. I'm here all day for that. Then you dive into the crossbow. A nice intricate weapon here. Nice heavy-duty feel to this one. Got a bone-type gray with the skull and the kind of a bat skull, I guess you'd say. You got a nice red tongue in there. Eyes, the nice sharp teeth going on. And then, of course, it looks like a crossbow. Real string used in this crossbow, which is really cool. And then I like the dark gray on the underside for the handle here and all that. It does look really good and has a nice weight to it as well. But a very cool accessory, the crossbow here. Then you get his staff, which you do plug together yourself. It just pops right in. But he's got his big Hordak staff. Look at that bad boy. The Hordak bat kind of logo going on up there. Got some nice, very decorated staff across the board here. Sharp on the sides right here. So once again, not for kids. Nice sharpness to it. Nice silver and gray throughout against the red. The handle is just a hair crooked on mine. Maybe that's just mine. Maybe that's everyone. But it's not super noticeable unless you really look right there at the middle. And then you got the nice silver piping. You got nice sculpt throughout. Really good. This thing looks like it's, a million years old. It's an ancient artifact is what it looks like. But it is quite the staff here for Hordak. Looks really good. So we got that going on. And then we get down. It is Cape season after all. Hordak said so. Also Lando Calrissian said so, as we all know. Yeah, we got Cape action going on, and it is soft goods, as you can tell. I do like soft goods, especially on something like this. Soft goods, when done well, is the best way. That is the gold standard for me. Every once in a while, we get a good plastic cape, but if any chance I can, I usually prefer soft goods. Nice red Hordak cape, got the angles at the very end. And then you got the clasp right here at the top that you could put over him, and we'll put it over him at the very end. You also get a stand accessory, which is really cool. So you get a stand for Hordak. You can put him in there so he doesn't fall over. You don't want a guy like this falling off your shelf. You need to make sure he's supported somehow. If he's on a top shelf for you and he takes a dive, ooh, that's a painful, expensive dive. You got a little bit of a decor on the bottom as well of the stand. So very cool there. Now we get down to it. We get down to the old brass tacks. We get down to Hordak. And of course, you can see a much bigger, larger figure than we're accustomed to, with this being a 1/6 scale instead of 1/12. We got a little protector cardboard pieces on his forearms here. We're going to pull those off. This is to protect these very sharp wings on his forearm. So you got to be careful there. Once again, not for kids with this one. We do got a little piece of styrofoam behind his head. That's good as well. Protect paint rub and all that fun stuff. Very good. So very good, very beefy, very big. It definitely looks like Hordak. I always thought this version of Hordak was much more menacing. I guess I'll compare real quick right now. Here's a Masters of the Universe Classics 1/12 Hordak. So you can kind of see the difference between these two height-wise for sure. I always like this one. I like all versions of Hordak, but I always thought this version looked a lot more menacing than the more Filmation style with the blue. Both great figures. Just, I guess, it depends what you like, is what at the end of the day. But very cool. And I guess if I had to choose between the two, I think I'd go for more this Hordak than this one in this scale. But wouldn't be opposed to a repaint. Who knows? I'm sure maybe down the line, maybe that'll happen one of these days. We'll see what happens. But A little comparison right there. But now we got to dig in on this Hordak figure. I guess I've never held a Mondo. I've never done one of these before, so this is all new ground to me. You do have a beautiful head on him. I love the teeth here. Usually the teeth are white. He almost looks like a vampire or some kind of monster. It looks like there's just blood all over his teeth. Like he just got done killing a goat or something, or sacrificing a goat maybe. Who knows? But beautiful red blood on the teeth. Beautiful red eyes, fiery red eyes here that are just nightmare-inducing. Almost bat-like ears on him. And then, of course, that mohawk that looks like something out of the Loch Ness Monster's back or something like that. And you got that grayish, bluish color kind of tint to him throughout. It's Hordak. All day long, you pop this head off, show it to somebody, they're going to say, oh yeah, that's Hordak. We all know that. Then he's got his big cowl over the top that we're very accustomed to, that cowl. The beautiful emblem of the Horde right there, right on his chest. Nice kind of black vest going on, and then you get the gray skin going there. He does have an armband here on this side. It is a little bit loose. It's not removable, but it is moving and free flowing there with the Hordak logo on there, the Horde logo. Your cape does connect right here at the top. You got two little spikes on the side for the cape, and then you got the piping around the vest that it looks like bone, weathered bone as well. It looks really good. He does have a skirt going on here. It looks almost like Roman Gladiator-esque, but he's got a skirt going there. Got some more pins right here to pop out at you. You got red and black attack going throughout, a little jewel action right there. Then you get down to the feet and the boots. Once again, you get that same piping what looks like bone, darkened weather bone with some jewels. You get the Horde flying out there, the Horde wings. Then you get more spikes throughout. Very sharp on these spikes. I mean, they could really do some damage if you're not careful. So you gotta watch out for some of the spikes throughout this thing. He does have three toes, very mechanical-like boot, even with a spiked heel on the back there. Looks really good. You got a non-painted Horde logo on the back as well. You got his forearm guards. Once again, I talked about they have the cardboard protector. These are the sharpest spikes on this figure, but very, very sharp right there. So like I said, be careful. Forearms do move with the little apparatus over there. Not removable. Well, you could probably pull it off with the hand, I'm sure. Yikes, and I'm right. There it goes. The hand comes right off, and the forearm guard comes off, and it is very, very sharp. Once again, it will land in there, so be extra careful with that bad boy. I'm going to put a different hand on, and I think I'm going to put this one on, a little trigger action. And the hands, uh-oh, we're falling apart, we're breaking apart. So they do come apart fairly easy, I guess. It is like your Masters Universe Origins, the plug-and-play style going on, which I do like on something like this because it doesn't make it feel as fragile. There's nothing worse than dealing with a toy that's super, super fragile. This is fragile. It's more fragile than an Origins figure, but it does have movement. It does have articulation, and we'll break down this articulation right now. Very tight joints out of the box here. Definitely recommend heating this bad boy up, or at least keeping him into room temperature, letting him warm up if he was outside in the cold or something like that. You don't want to risk breaking anything for sure. But you do got shoulders that go up, down, all around like anything else. Not super, super articulation, a little bit limited, and you do get a little bit of rub here on the side, but his shoulders will go up. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have double jointed elbows. We already talked about the hands. The head moves around. It does move left and right. A little bit of up and down, not a whole lot, but left and right is blocked by his cowl, of course. You get waist that turns. Apparently mine is liking to come off at the waist very easily. And it seems like you just give it one little turn and it will just turn right off. So maybe a little bit extra articulation or a little extra sculpt there because, yeah, one simple turn, he's just breaking in half. So that is a little unfortunate. I don't know if I like that so much. I don't know. This isn't one of those things I'm going to be playing with. And once again, I've said it 20 times in this video. It's not for kids, so it's not the end of the world. But I don't like to do just a simple twist and be able to take his whole midsection off. But that is what it is, apparently. Getting down here to the knees as well. Nice tight joints on the knees. You do get a little side as we just break everything apart. His midsection is becoming the issue of this, is what I can tell right here. I'm not sure exactly what that's all about, but it is a bit frustrating, as you've seen it pop off many, many times right here in this video. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in that. You're gonna have to straighten it up a little bit too. That probably would help. And then every time you're doing that, you're stabbing yourself with some of these spikes, so that's a little interesting. But yeah, we do get that there. Back to the knees here. You do get the double jointed knees. Nice tight gray plastic down below. Very, very cool looking for sure. Very devilish, very evil, very monstrous looking, of course, Hordak being Hordak. Let's see how easy this cape goes on. Put the little middle piece. You got to line it up, and it's very, very small, of course, like anything action figure related, it seems these days. We'll get him, and there he is. There he is. And then you got his cape. He's ready for cape season. Now, once again, we talk about all these sharp pieces. Be careful with that cape, because one of those sharp pieces get on there, man, it's snagging that cape, it's ripping that cape. That would be a bad, bad day at the office for sure. But an interesting Hordak. The biggest gripe I'm going to have with this is the waist seemingly popping off a lot. That can get annoying. But this is one of those things I'm going to get imposed exactly how I want. He'll go on my shelf and it's almost set it and forget it. It's not one of those ones like an Origin I might play around, tool around with or something. That's not what this is. That's not what it is for me. Maybe you... Not for me out there, but I'll get imposed how I want to. Really good effects and good pieces with him here. I got to figure out the way I want to display it with these. I guess maybe one in each hand is what I'll probably end up doing. Get the most out of all your accessories you're getting with him here. But very, very cool. If you're somebody like me that really likes Hordak, hey, it's probably worth the purchase. But if you're a casual fan, there's probably a lot of people that are happy with their Classics versions, which we showed, Origins versions, maybe even the Masterverse versions. We do have a Hordak, more Filmation inspired, but we do have a Hordak coming from the Masters of the Universe Revelations line, or New Eternia line, whatever it's being called these days. But for the more serious collector, the more serious Masters of the Universe collector, this might be up your alley. I really would like that Merman. That's a pretty cool looking one. I'm on obviously He-Man and Skeletor. If I could find them all on a deal, maybe I would jump in, but awfully pricey, and you got to cut the line somewhere for sure, as we all know that. But what are your guys' thoughts on these? Have you ever dealt with the Mondos before? Have you picked this up? Have you passed on them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd be interested. I know there are some people that collect these specifically and don't get the 1/12 scale. So if you got any of that kind of commentary, put it down in the comments down below. And then while you're here, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell, of course. Follow along on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And of course, for this video, much, much earlier, and a lot of fun, and giveaways, and exclusive videos, check out the Patreon. Once again, link in the description below. Your best way to support the channel. So for my boy Hordak, and my first time around the sun with a Mondo figure, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.